welcome back to my channel. It's been quite a while since I posted my last video. I haven't really been active in shorts either, but I've just been extremely exhausted. My health has just like not been fantastic lately. Oh, you're fine. Not to mention we moved and getting settled and just life happened, and I just did not feel like doing any of this. But since we're slowly getting settled, in the next couple of weeks we'll be getting like even more settled into our new house, I decided now would literally be a perfect time to update y'all on my new books. Granted, my husband wants me to get more because we have built-in bookshelves in our new place, and that's gonna be enough for now. And if you watched my first few videos, I did book hauls, like the only time I ever actually did a book haul. And I sadly, when we moved, we had to like get rid of and donate a lot of them. I only have a couple in storage back where we moved from. So yeah, I've been feeling really sad about those two. I'm very connected and emotional towards my books, and so I get very connected to them. So having them gone has just made me so sad. And so I relied heavily the last little bit on Kindle. Oh, the kids got chocolate on my book. I relied very heavily on Kindle Unlimited, but honestly, I read 4 books in a row off Kindle Unlimited and it burnt me out. Not only that, but the book that I was reading burnt me out so bad. And I'm talking and organizing this, so just bear with me. And so I've been slowly accumulating books back, but it's just been a slow process, honestly. And so we're getting there, okay? I'm becoming a little bit less sad now and enjoying it again. And we don't really have a lot of places that I can actually go and get books right now. So I did order from Amazon, and then I've just been collecting what I can from the local Goodwill. But again, it doesn't have a whole bunch, so it's kind of hit and miss. But I'm working with what I got. So we're gonna start. But my name is Elizabeth. I love books, I love gardening, I like DIY, so you're gonna see a little bit of all of that here. Mainly books, but I will be doing DIYs and stuff now that we have a house again. So we're just gonna jump right into it, okay? So first off, I guess we'll just go with Kristen Hanna. I got a 5-book set from Amazon. I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect them to be this small. Did not expect them to be this small. I was kind of upset that they were, just because I don't know. Because even just the small one that I got from Goodwill, like, there's a small size difference, right? But then you go to like this one, it's so small. But you know what? We're still gonna like them. Now, I probably will end up donating these eventually and getting the bigger size, because the font is kind of small for me and I have bad eyesight. But anyways, the 5 books came with a home front, and then the Nightingale, which is literally the main reason I got this, but the Nightingale. Then we have 4 Winds. Then we have The Great Alone. And then we have Winter Garden. This one says it begins with a story like no other, captivating, mysterious love story that spans 65 years and moves from war-torn Leningrad in the 1940s to modern-day Alaska. So again, this one is also Alaska, 1974. 4 Winds is 1934. The Nightingale is World War II. And then the home front, oh, it doesn't say. But pretty much I got these just because they were more historical fiction based, which is like something I really like. But 5 books. And then speaking of books, I went ahead because I read the first 2 books in this series on Kindle Unlimited, and I flew through them and I fell in love with them, okay? Uh, and so I knew that I had to get them because I will be rereading these and keeping this for as long as I can possibly do. And so I went ahead and bought the whole series, and I pre-ordered the last book. That's supposed to be the last book. So with that being said, The Boys of Toman. So I got book 1, book 2, then we got book 3, which is Saving 6. Then we have number 4, Redeeming 6, and then the 7th book, or not the 7th book, but the 5th book is Taming 7. And then of course I am waiting for the end of next month for the other book to release. And I'm so excited. And I've been wanting to read these because, again, like, I am obsessed with the series. Okay, these are my babies. Okay, I haven't liked a series this much. Well, Twilight, but that's a given. I'm pretty sure everybody likes Twilight, and if not, that's just weird. I mean, to each their own, by all means. But it's I just cannot imagine somebody not loving Twilight. I watched the movies and I read the books first and then watched the movies, and I do enjoy watching. I rewatched the Twilight series for years now, but nothing does match the books. And I am so sad because I read Twilight and then New Moon. We're halfway towards the end of New Moon, and then was supposed to go into the 3rd book, and I moved around so much that all of my books disappeared. I don't know if they got messed up or what, but they never made it to where I ended up like staying for the longest time. So my husband likes them too, so we got them. So that's my lovely series. I cannot wait to have book 6. Yeah, I know the number. I don't know why I look. I'm so tired, y'all. But my six books. And I'm really debating if I want to read them now. So next month, I can just go into the other one or whenever it ships out to me. But at the same time, I've been in such a reading slump that I think I need something like that, not something new, because this is historical fiction, which I absolutely love, but I just got done reading a historical fiction or listening to it on Audible, so I don't know if I want to jump into another one or if I'm kind of going to clean my mind and go to something else, because the last one made me super emotional, and I'm just like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. But again, The Boys of Toman made me cry. It made me angry. It made me happy. Like, it gave me all the good feelings that I absolutely thrive in when it comes to books. So, yeah, that's my dilemma right now. But, and then, that's all. And then we got the whole Twilight series. Now I have to reorganize them. So, New Moon. Where is it? Oh, the Eclipse. I know what order these are in, but when they're not, Breaking Dawn. Okay, so I can't hold them all because I got small hands. So we got the first 4 books, okay, and now I'm gonna have to stack them like this. But I got Twilight series, so I got the Twilight, New Moon, the Eclipse, Breaking Dawn, the Midnight Sun, which honestly I didn't read this one in the series, Breaking Dawn, and I didn't read anything else other than Twilight and New Moon, and then I was getting into the Eclipse. So I'm excited to actually get to finish the whole series, like start it and finish it, you know. Which I have to organize them because this is in between. But I wanted to get the red series or the white one, but then it was out of stock, and the one I found I did not want to spend that money on. I am sad though because the box that this came in is broke. It came broke, so thanks for Amazon for that one. Which I'm going to be honest, I've never ordered off of Amazon prior to this, and I don't think I'm going to, just because the books just seem smaller than they would at regular stores. Like, just go, like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. So to go to the next thing, which is Goodwill. I used to own this one, which is Where the Heart Is, and I loved it. But again, it was one of the ones that had to donate, so I found it, and it was like kind of funny because two books now, two or three books that I found at this one where I live now. I found some of the, like two or three books now that I donated at the old, like my other state that I was living in. So I think that's kind of cool and funny, but they're bound to come back to me. That's what I say. So Where the Heart Is, I got that one. And then I also found a Woman of Hope novel, an award-winning author of Remember Me When by Jenny Aiken, I'm thinking, but she shall be praised. It's a historical fiction, but it also has two more books. So that's another reason I grabbed it, because I love historical fiction, romance. And then Jeanette Oak. I absolutely was obsessed with her whenever I was younger. When I was a teenager, when I was a young girl, we went to the library. I always got these, and if they were at yard sales, I got them. So again, collecting them because I absolutely love her and I love her writing. And I got When Calls the Heart, and I will be getting as many books of hers as I can because, again, I just really like them, and this is something I want to pass down to my kids. So I've been trying to be mindful about, like, what I buy book-wise. And then, look at this beauty, y'all. Look at it. Hardcover of Anna Green Gables. I love Anna Green Gables as much as I love Little Women, okay? Something about them. Little House on the Prairie series as well. Those just make me so happy and just bring back all those happy memories that I had when I was a kid reading them. But, like, I think it's a little damaged, but, like, seriously, I don't even care because it's got Anna Green Gables, Anne of Avonlea, and Anne's House of Dreams, 3 volumes in one, and I love Lucy. I love her writing, and I love this. Like, I could also take this off just because, like, it's nothing fancy, but you kind of see it's damaged. But it's also just got that, like, literally classic feel. But the paper, I love it because it's literally, like, the yellow kind of paper that they used to do. But I saw this and I had to get it. Now, I will be getting the whole complete series, but I had to get this too because when my kids are older, they get to have the whole series. But Mama's keeping this one. That was just such a one. And then my husband found, it's by Jessamine West. I don't know. But that Massacre at Fall Creek. It's just a hardback, nothing special. It does have like the red colored, like the classics. They have the red right there. But again, yellow paper. I can hear it cracking. But I have never read it, but my husband knows that it's got that old book smell. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like, it smells like it's been in your grandma's attic for years. And it just, like, it has, like, history in the smell in the book. Like, it just makes you so happy. So I'm actually really excited to get into that one. And then I also found Wanda and Brunsetter, The Brides of Webster County. It's 4 best-selling Amish romance novels. It's a thick girl, okay? But it's so floppy, which is really nice because when it comes to thick books like this, I like hardback because they're more durable, but they're not like this when you need them to be, you know? But I'm excited for this one because I used to love reading Amish romances, and I really want to get back into it because I really enjoyed them. Like, I used to read Amish mystery, like love-inspired stuff. So I'm excited for this one, and I hope I can find more like that. And then the last ones that I've recently accumulated is Children of the West, Family Life on the Frontier by Kathy Buchetti. I don't know. I'm butchering that. But this is actually ex-library. But, like, look at that. I just love the fact that it's, like, it's got the pictures and illustrations. And whoa. We're not tearing pages. But I am a sucker for nonfiction, historical nonfiction. So I had to get this, and since I'll probably be homeschooling the kids, I decided to get it anyways. And then The Girl Who Was Supposed to Die is a short little young adult little fiction. I need sleep. And then this one is Let My People Go, True Story of Present Day Prosecution in Slavery. My husband actually picked this up because he said it looked like right up my alley. And the back says, most of the children and women were priced at 2 or 3 cows each, though adolescent girls could cost more. And the war-ravaged African nation of Sudan, slavery is a way of life. Islamic fundamentalists in the north capture women and children, many of them Christian, in the south and sell them to other northern Muslims as servants and concubines. There they live on table scraps and are forced to convert to Islam. Their stories are devastating, yet their capacity for hope. I need sleep, y'all. Capacity for hope is an inspiration to the world. Let My People Go is the crippling, heart-rending, sometimes infuriating first-person account of a 1997 mission to return slaves to their southern homeland, buy them, and set them free in the name of the Lord. It is a story you will never forget. Again, right up my alley. This stuff just gets me. But even though it's like really terrible and it's like very heartbreaking to read, like I just feel like it's important to always like keep yourself knowledgeable and stuff like this. Like this is all a part of history. This all happened, you know? And like you can't run from it. I just think it's so important that like no matter what race or spirituality, Christianity, like whatever you were raised in, whatever your heritage is, I think it's important to always remember like there's not one person that somehow down the line was affected by one thing in history or another. So I personally like to read all kinds of different nonfiction history with like true facts and stuff. So that was another one. So that was it. I may or may not be getting more soon just because like our bookshelves, I'll have to show you sometime, but our bookshelves are not super big. Like they're big, like they're deep. And like they're tall. I don't know why I said deep. They're tall, decently tall, and they're really pretty. They're wood built into the home, but all my books are like really small, so I'm having a really hard time figuring out how I'm going to stack them because like I can literally push them all the way back to the wall and then I have more room for another stack. And so I'm just like, how am I supposed to do this? And what the heck are you doing, you weirdo? My dog's being weird. But with that being said, that's all I got for now. I may add to this or I may just put this on and put this up, and then whenever I get more settled and have more time to actually read and stuff, I'll probably do some reading updates and reading vlogs because I just been really wanting to do that. But I think the first one after this will probably be organizing my bookshelves because I organize them, but I'm gonna be honest, I hate the way they're put up. I thought I would like it because I section them off in genres, and I typically don't do that. I do it by book size in some of the genre, like romance, nonfiction, historical fiction, historical nonfiction, all that kind of stuff, and I kind of segregate them a little bit. Or say section them off that way. But I have so many different books now, and I actually have like Twilight I consider a series, but I know it's also fantasy in a way. And I have Quicksilver that I got that I showed you guys the last time, and I'm having a hard time because I'm actually trying to get into want to get into it, but there's a few more like vampire werewolf ones because I really like that. But I'm also trying to venture out a little bit. So if you guys have any recommendations for fantasy for someone just getting in that doesn't really know much about the fantasy world but kind of wants to dip her toe in it, please let me know in the comments because I would like to open my horizons a little bit reading wise to stuff. because I also quit reading dark romance. Um, so I'm just like, okay, well, I need another genre now because I have both historical fiction and nonfiction, and then I just have like, but that also falls under like historical fiction romance, and so like I have them kind of separate, but also kind of together because they usually go hand in hand. So help your girl out and help me figure out some more, even if it's not fantasy, just things that you would think that I would like, because I like um, this kind of stuff. And then you saw the video, but my two top ones that I do have on my bookshelf right now is Nicholas Sparks. Love, love, love him. Colleen Hoover, I absolutely love. Lucy Score is another one that I just found in the last couple, like year and a half, and I really like her writing. And The Boys of Tillman has my heart. So if you know anything that goes along with the ones that I just talked about or showed you, please let me know. Help your girl out. And yeah, I need to fill my bookshelves, because once I start back reading, which that sounds so bad. It's like, why are you buying books if in your bookshelf? But honestly, I got books that I know for a fact that once I start reading and find the time to actually just relax a little bit from moving and get into, like, it's gonna take it off. But the last two books that I read just literally just got me in such a slump. Like, I've never had this issue, and it's like honestly making me sad. So I need some help. So give me some recommendations for books that you think would help. I love romantic comedy as well, and just general fiction too. I like mystery and thriller. I've not read horror, so I don't know. But if you think you have a soft horror or something like that, I love small town. But yeah, if you think that you might have something that's more out of the realm than what I typically read, like I told you, please let me know, because I am definitely interested in finding new genres, other than like witchcraft and stuff, because I don't do that. And like I said, I don't do dark romance anymore. But yeah, Elsie Silver is another one I like. But I'm going to stop gabbing. I'm going to go fix my bookshelves, maybe. I also feel like I should have a nap. So I'm not going to go, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching, and if you made it all the way through, I told you I'm asleep. Drop a tired emoji, because that fits it. That or books. But if you made it, do one of those. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.